What
chat.
is that noise, which sounds like a train in the background?
It's literally a train.
Oh my God. We're just going through all this drama with like your system. You've been broadcasting for 18 years now, right?
8 years. 8
I'm
years.
not kidding. 8 years every day without fail, and yet we're having technical difficulties. How was your week? I know you had a bad week like I did.
Yeah, work's been crazy busy. And yeah, I still don't know like who's where, what's going on, who's in what building, what's in what building. And then like at the end of the day, my boss is like, oh, it's getting dark. I can't see anything. So I'm going to go home. I'm like, you have no lights? What is happening?
So you have to kind of explain this, especially for people who are just listening to the audio part of this. You don't work at the site that
Right.
you're talking about. You are a remote worker.
Yep.
Who has to deal with your boss and everybody else. And so you're kind of blind by whatever it is they're telling you, right?
Yeah, they're in Florida. I'm in Connecticut. I work from home, and they just don't tell me what's going on. So I'm like literally always feeling like an idiot because I don't know who's where, what's where.
So why is it frustrating this week as opposed to last week? Is something worse happen or?
Because by now everything should be situated, and apparently we're still not. And I'm like, you have no lights, so you have no electricity in this new building. What is happening? I don't understand.
Yeah. So we're supposed to have a mystery guest. And so here's the thing. I am going to say his name. Tommy Lee, who's an old school friend of mine from back in the day, reached out and said he wanted to be on the show. And our schedules kind of got a little bit crossed. So he might be able to make it later. So we may or may not have a guest coming up, just so everybody knows. That's why I wrote mystery guest, but it's no mystery. It'd be my friend. Oh, I cannot believe I just said his name and he's trying to come up.
All right.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's actually on. I can see him a little bit. Tommy's going to have to text me because all I see is a black screen.
Oh, his camera's not working.
I don't know. Tommy, can you hear us? So I'm going to log you off. And once I see you, I'll put you back up. But we're having issues with your audio and your visual.
And we don't know if he can hear us.
I don't know if he can hear us.
Can he see the private chat? He should be able to see that, right?
Yeah. Can you write in it? Are you able to write in the private chat?
Yeah, it's for us, for people that are on the screen. Yeah.
But he also has my cell phone. I mean, he could text me, or I guess I just turned off my text, but he could just text me or whatever.
Yes.
So you're going to try to help him on the chat?
Hopefully he answers my question.
Oh, goodness, Lord. I don't even.
Computer. Okay.
He's on his computer. Sorry, people. We're going to have to work through this technology to see if we can get Tommy up. Yeah, this is when I should have background music so that we can all listen, pay attention. You know what I mean?
I actually do have AI music built into Restream that you can.
I know, but I'm joking. I'm not going to play.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully he'll be able to come back on. So that's why you were having a bad week, and I'm so sorry about that. And is it going to get any better anytime soon?
I mean, now they're finally starting to catch up. So I think hopefully by Monday, things should hopefully be back to normal. So, yeah.
Right. So the reason why I had a bad week, but I'm finding joy in it. And I wasn't going to talk about it, but I think I'm gonna. So I got some bad medical news. And everyone who knows me knows I've been an athlete for a long time. Everyone who's listened to this show, even a tiny little bit, knows I had hip surgery after years of having a lot of pain. I would say that the reason why I am not a choreographer or try to pursue my dream on Broadway or whatever is because I had a hip injury when I was a teenager, and it got worse and worse and worse. So after that surgery, which was a couple of years ago, I'm like, my hip is great. Everything's fine. Wonderful. And I've been having the worst and hardest time trying to get back at it. And I didn't know what was wrong. So I found out some bad medical news, but I'm fine. I don't know, Rick, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. It's only because you talked about it before, but you don't go to the doctors at all, right? You don't even go yearly.
Only if I'm on my deathbed. Pretty much.
Like I go to the doctors every year. I get a physical. I get my blood work done without fail, whether I have insurance or not. I use like the free clinic. And I think it's because my mom died so young because she didn't have health insurance. You know what I mean? So I'm obsessed with trying to be as healthy as possible, whatever. And so this thing that happened is a genetic thing. it's Hashimoto disease, which is a thyroid issue. And it's I hate to say this, but it's actually more common than, like when the doctor was telling me what was going on and why my blood work, they were worried about it or whatever. I was, of course, freaking out and crying and whatever, but it's a genetic thing. There's nothing you can do about it. You can, there's medication, but it became like this whole other trigger for me. And I just, like, I'm going to be fine. I'm on the medication now and I have more testing next week or whatever. But like, on the one hand, it was really bad news because I've tried so hard to stay healthy or whatever.
Right.
On the flip side, I have an answer, and I've only been taking the medication for a couple days or for like 3 days, and I already feel fantastic.
So even if you have this condition, it's genetic, and you can like go through a lifetime and never know you have it, and then it just turns on.
Okay, so Tommy's here. Yes, it is something that can just happen that way. Let's see if I can. I can't see him.
I think at this point I would try the phone, and if the phone doesn't work, then
we're gonna have to do it next time because all right, let me call him. Sorry, everyone. We're just trying to get my cool friend up on the show. There he is.
You see?
Wait a second. Hey,
Yay!
How are you?
There we go.
I don't think we can hear you.
It's so good to see you.
Oh my God. Okay, the only thing we're gonna do is this. Wait, before you start. Rick, how do you make it so his phone goes this way?
Can he turn it and see?
We just want you to turn your phone.
Will it
like that?
Yeah.
There you go. Woohoo, Tommy.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my!
What are you doing?
I need a minute. I know,
but why? You've been watching this show. Don't get all crazy on me, baby. You know what? I called Jerry Glover after you reached out to me, and I was like, he wants to be on the show, and he's like, let him be on the show. I'm like, I already told him he could be on the show. But why are you getting silly?
I need to get him on the show.
He's not going to come on the show. He's not going to come on the show.
Trust and believe. I will make him come on the show.
Okay, you need to tell Rick how you know me, since you're getting all flustered, man. Okay,
Carmen.
You're just gonna make me cry, and I have no idea why. I'm so confused.
All right, so let's go back. You match in St. Teresa, West Roxbury, correct?
Right, with Jerry.
He
was my instructor. He was my coach.
Right. You were captain. How old were you?
I was 11 and a half. My mom had just passed away, so I was 12.
And I'm 3 years older than you, so I was 15, and I was teaching St. Trey's, Everett.
But we competed against each other, didn't we?
Yes.
And I think we kicked your ass all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But I'm going to back up a minute, okay? So I don't think you know how Jerry and I know each other.
I don't, and I'm scared, but go ahead.
So Jerry matched with St. Teresa, West Roxbury.
Really?
Where you matched.
Look at Laura. Laura Wall and I talked today and talked about you. Laura Wall was in St.
Laura Wall.
With me.
Hi, Laura Wall. I matched in St. Anthony's Revere. Jerry and I competed against each other. That's how far we go back.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're talking 2 generations.
Well, let's just say 10 years because we don't want to age ourselves.
Yeah, well, no, we're not.
What are you doing?
I'm going, Rick, I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
And I will never, ever forget this day. It was Eastern Mass Finals at Everett Armory, and Carmen was so sick.
Oh, yeah, I was really sick.
She had the flu or something. And I'm going to say this. She was an amazing performer. That's why she was captain, because she was amazing. And I'll never forget. I'm going to call you out. Is that okay?
I don't have a choice because I don't know where you're going with this, but I can edit everything. So go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll never forget. She was so sick. Carmen never dropped a piece of equipment in her life. Ever. And it was obvious that she was sick, and she almost passed out.
Wow.
And Jerry Glover picked her up, carried her off the floor
Yeah, I
and
know.
said,
Okay.
I'll never forget it. She walked right by me and she said, I tried so hard. I tried so hard. I'll never forget that.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you
I
remember
blocked it.
that?
Yeah,
Pretty
I
bad.
do. I mean, I was just a little kid, but
You were 11 years old. Are you kidding me?
Laura remembers.
yeah, Laura and I talked today for 2 hours.
Laura's awesome.
I know. I haven't. I'm getting back in touch with people. It's just life
And
is.
then, I don't
Yeah.
know if you know it or not, but when you went to Blessed Sacrament, you actually marched with my cousin.
Who is your cousin? I don't remember people that well. So, who is your cousin?
Well, she's only my cousin by marriage because my brother married her sister who taught St. Trey's, Sandra Capitalupo.
I have to see a picture, and that's
You
so
were both in
horrible
the
of
rifle
me.
line together. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, I need a picture. A lot of things that happen at SAC, I kind of blocked out.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
as you know from my book, and Laura and I were talking about this, and even Jerry said this, and Jerry knew me pretty well, but there was all this other stuff happening while I was performing. Yeah. So Rick, I'm so sorry you're going to be stuck in the kind of.
I'm sorry,
Oh
Rick.
no.
This is like a reunion. I have not seen her since she was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that was when I stopped doing color guard, right? And then I did 1 year of Lancers. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I was in drum corps. Yeah. I did 1 year of summer drum corps and I was done. I was
I
like,
didn't know
"Man,
you did that.
I'm done." Yeah, I did 1 year. Yeah. It was a good experience. And then I was done. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the whole thing like you. I did the marching thing, and then I did the teaching thing, and then I did the
I didn't.
judging thing, and
You were judging too?
I just
God.
stopped judging like maybe 4 years ago.
Okay, I'm going to give some background. So, Rick, clearly you can tell this is all like, so color guard and drum corps, it's all like band stuff or whatever. Does that make sense? And flags and rifles, and there's all
Yeah.
this performing. And
I was going to
so,
ask for clarification. Yeah.
okay, I'm so sorry. Like, we're just all like you could just leave if you want. No, so Rick, I love you. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're talking about. We're talking about that time together. And the thing is, we all rehearsed so much. It was our life. I shouldn't say that because
Yeah,
some
no,
of us, it
no,
was our life.
it was our life.
Right.
It
And
was
it was
our
my
life.
saving grace. Yeah, it was my saving grace. But I remember that performance. And I think straight after that, they took me to the hospital. There was one time they took me straight to the hospital, but I had really bad asthma. And so that's what part of the problem was, is I had the flu, but I also had asthma. So it was a combination. But yeah,
I'll
I
never
remember
forget that day. I will never, ever, ever, ever forget that day. And I went over to Jerry and I was like, "Is she okay?"
that.
He's like, "Yeah, she's gonna be okay." I'm like, "Jerry." He's
Hey,
like, "No,
Darcy.
she's gonna be okay." What I'm gonna say this, okay? And I can say this. I'm going to say this as first and foremost your friend. I'm going to say this as an instructor, and I'm going to say this as somebody who judged this. This lady,
Oh God,
Carmen,
I can't handle this.
is amazing. When I tell you an amazing performer, like if I had to equal her to somebody, I would say she was Bette Midler or Barbara Streisand.
Stop it, Tommy!
Like,
People are gonna think
no,
you're high.
Carmen.
Are you out of your mind?
Carmen.
Wait a minute. I just told Laura we have to talk about something else.
No, when I say that, I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
That is
This
crazy.
lady is that talented.
Oh my God.
Do you need some tissues?
And I cannot believe I am honored that you and I are face to face right now.
But you could have reached out to me anytime. I would have. I mean, here's the other thing. I called Laura today, and I apologized to her because I don't reach out to people either. But I always okay. So here's what I told Laura today, and some people who might be watching who are part of that world are gonna probably get upset. I was really in my own little world back then.
Oh my
I
God,
was-
Laura is here right now.
Yeah.
Hi, Laura.
Well, what did you?
Oh my
What
God.
did you
Hi,
think? She's
Laura.
been here the whole time. She's been here the whole time.
I was not looking in the comments. Hi, Laura.
Yeah. Yes, I talked to her today. She always stops by the show. She's like one of the biggest supporters. Yeah.
OMG.
Yeah.
Laura Wall.
Yeah. You should talk to her. I
Like,
mean, I don't want to out her on something she told me.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I am in the presence of like royalty right now.
Well, Rick is a king. There's no doubt about it. Hey, Bobby.
And I'm
Oh my
the
God,
queen,
can I get your
as we know.
autograph, Carmen? Cool. I'm gonna start charging. I used to do autographs. That was like the weirdest thing. Like, especially, do you remember the Cavaliers? That's when I knew I was big time. When the Cavaliers,
Cavaliers.
oh, that's right. You did?
Yeah. Do you remember?
Oh my God.
Do you remember?
Well, yeah, Corey Smith was my bus partner in Lancers.
That's
right.
I was
Look at
captain
Laura.
that year.
Wait. Look what Laura just said. I wasn't going to out her, but she said she had a crush on you. She told me today. I was
Laura.
well, because Tommy, you are fine. Fine. Okay. Like you just embarrassed the hell out of me for 20 minutes. Let's talk about how fine ass you are.
Oh.
Yeah. Talking about my performing.
Yes,
Come on.
Mario, for sure.
Yeah, I marched with you know what?
That's right. You did march with Cavaliers.
And I marched with Madison Scouts. Funny story. You marched. Do you remember Carol Dimwitty?
Pictures. I need pictures. I'm a visual person. I don't know.
Carol Dimwitty. Okay. Marianne Catrone.
Hey, Ted.
Hey, Ted, do we have to do a hard 7? You have a show at 7? Go ahead, Tommy.
Marianne Catrone. Do you remember her?
Oh, yeah. Aggie Luby's.
I'm still good friends with
Aggie
her.
Luby's.
Aggie. I'm still good friends with. All right. So.
She was badass. I liked Marianne Catrone.
It was God, it was Drum Corp season. There was a show at Malden Stadium. This is how I got into Madison Scouts. Carol and Marianne were like, "Oh yeah, he can spin," and
look at Ted Hicks. He can start at 7:15.
He taught the rifle line, and he's
I don't know who it is.
Let's see what you can do. So there I am on
doing
the sidewalk. I'm not kidding you. On the sidewalk, spinning a rifle. Doing turnarounds, catching me behind my back. He goes, "Go home, get your clothes, get on the bus."
Oh, really?
Sal Salis.
Yeah. Wait. You didn't have to audition. That was it?
That was my audition.
Yes. Awesome.
No, it wasn't awesome.
Oh, why? Why? Everyone hated you.
Well, no, I went home at like 10 o'clock at night the next time over. Because remember, I lived in Everett. And the show was in Malden. And I was packing my bag. My mother was like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "I'm going on tour." Wait, what?
Just like that.
Just like that.
When I tell you, she was furious. And then all of a sudden, I'm not kidding you, Carmen. There I am sitting on a bus, traveling. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing?
No, that's the best way.
It was the best thing I ever did.
That's awesome. I didn't know that story. I did not know. Okay, wait. I knew that I was, okay, there's going to be big ego, but I knew I had made it or was a great performer when the Cavaliers, who were doing James Bond, remember they were doing James Bond like that. You remember that year, right? They did the whole with
that year. I was
shut up with the tuxedos. With the tuxedos. Oh man. Okay. So I knew I made it when they came out, and they came out and came to me and asked me for an autograph.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Give me one.
You know, I remember that.
Oh my God. It's amazing.
And I was like, wait, I know her.
Wait, and me and Aggie, okay, because this is the vivid memory I have of me and Aggie. So Aggie's there with me or whatever, and the Cavaliers are all coming up. Rick, are you bored out of your mind? I'm so sorry.
I'm enjoying
it.
Sorry,
so
Ricky.
all the Cavaliers come out, we exchange autographs or whatever, and then we start having like a rifle spinning
Spinning
stunt
thing.
fight.
Yes, I
Yes, it was
remember that.
awesome. It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
much fun. It was awesome. And that's when I felt the most kind of like I felt like I was on, because you guys were amazing. That was a great
Oh,
year.
when I tell you,
That was an
I
amazing
cried
year.
all the way from Dayton, Ohio, back to Boston, because that was my last year. I aged out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was when I aged out.
That
Yep.
was a great year to age out, because that was a masterpiece show, man. For me, it was. I loved them back then.
It was a fun show, but I got to be honest with you. You know, you've been captain.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying any of it was easy. What are you talking about?
And you know, like we were throwing equipment across the fucking
Were
gymnasium.
Yeah. Yes, Linda, we're actually talking about color guard, winter guard, but also drum corps. But yeah,
you guys, you can go onto YouTube and you can just do winter guard 83, right?
Was that 83? It couldn't have been 83. Was it
No,
Cavaliers 83? I guess it was. It probably was.
I was captain for West Side Story.
Oh,
and then
amazing. Okay, Rick, imagine this. All these gorgeous men in tuxedos. Because the Cavaliers were all men, so they already had that going for them. They were all good looking. They were all dancers. They were all performers. I mean, and then all the equipment. I mean, it was just amazing. You know what I mean?
It was fun.
Linda just said, I was in the Norwalk Hot Shots Drum Corps police and fire department ran. Oh, the police and fire department.
Oh, the police and fire. Okay.
Well, people have to make the connection. Like, I remember there was a time when we were so snooty about bands versus drum corps.
Yes. Do you remember that?
You can't do that. You got to be able to connect people. You know what I mean? So I love when I hear. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny?
I am class of 83 WHS. What's WHS, Bobby? I don't know what that is. Go ahead. No, Tommy, not you. I was talking about Bobby Stamps. He wrote an acronym. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
We just had a 40th reunion.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Something high school. I just had my 40th. Shut up.
Wait a minute. What are you talking? 40th? Okay, I'm gonna have to call you later to find out how the hell old you are, because you're fine as hell, baby. I'm like, what is happening here? Well, I was shocked because I didn't realize how old Jerry was, but in my head, not old like that, but he's clearly older than I am. But you know, Jerry was my mentor, basically, right? He was one of my mentors, and him and Susan Kerwin.
Amazing. Yeah. Honestly, like Rick, you have no idea. This guy.
Well, he read the book, so he knows the story of when he probably doesn't know.
You have the book.
Yeah. So in the book, when I'm auditioning, when they tell me you don't have to audition, you're already captain. We're just doing this to like. That was Jerry. It was horrible, and I was so upset about it because I wanted to audition. But I'll tell you this: I never auditioned ever for anything when I was in Colorado.
Not even for Blessed Sacrament.
Nope. They wanted me the first. Karen Kelly wanted me the first year.
Karen Kelly is my best friend. Like
I love her. I mean, I haven't talked to him forever, but
we talk every day. We talk together.
She's cool. So, and I love her little quips on Facebook. But
she
tried to get me the first year, and I wouldn't go because I was like, I don't want to be. Because remember, the year before the first rock and roll dance thingamajiggy they did that whole kind of slutty, fantastic. Yeah, no, before the first Rock with Sack.
Oh,
remember it was Lady is a Tramp, and they worked their magic with that, and I was like, oh no, that is not me. I am not. Yeah, no, because she wouldn't tell me that it was the Rock with that they were changing, but I didn't regret that at all. I was there during Glamorous Life, so you know, hey, that was my.
Wait, you were there for Glamorous Life, and you were there for Rock with Sack, right?
Yeah, I was there for the second Rock with Sack and Glamorous Life. Yeah.
I didn't know they were there for
yeah,
Life.
I was there for that. Yeah. And then
I'm gonna watch that video and look for you.
Oh God, don't say that. People gonna be looking for stuff. I've never even seen
Ladies and gentlemen, go on YouTube. It is my pleasure
Mute,
to announce
mute.
you to go on YouTube
How do
and
you
look
mute?
up Blessed Sacrament, Cambridge, Massachusetts, glamorous life, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna see this lovely
Yeah, but
lady.
I already looked. You really can't see anything. Like you can see it, but it's all fuzzy and stuff. Yeah.
All right,
But it was a good show.
I'll
It was a
tell
good
you, if you go on,
show. Wait, oh, no, I'm scared. Oh Lord.
if you go on YouTube, and I hate that I did this. Even my brother said to me, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "I have no idea. It just I don't know. I just did it." When I matched with
Wait, what are you reading
Cavaliers,
now? With who?
Cavaliers, and we did West
Cavaliers.
Side Story.
Yeah.
You know, they said, the judge is ready.
Right.
Is the color guard ready? Carmen, I have no idea where this came from. I walked out front and I went,
Are you serious? Why?
I have no idea. I have no
But
idea.
did it work? Did it work? It
Well,
worked.
we won. So I guess it won. Worked.
Yeah. By the way, the Cavaliers were like national champions forever.
We came
were
off the
amazing.
floor. We came off the floor, and my brother and my sister-in-law was able to like, where did that come from? I'm like, I have no
It's being a natural performer.
idea. I have no idea where that came from.
It's a natural performer. Okay.
I just felt, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're
So
good.
here's the thing. So, okay, we have to give it some context because Rick's like, I don't understand what the big drama is, but usually before you start your performance, the judges ask the team if they're ready. And team is not the right word, but that's what I'm using to explain it. And they ask you if you're ready, and then you do like a salute, you do something fancy, whatever. And he's saying he just went like, yeah, we got you, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we're good. You know,
like other people would come out and be like, salute.
Yeah, right. We do something major.
You know,
right.
What was her name? Who was your captain at Blessed Sac with the long blonde hair?
Robin. Yeah.
Robin. She was like,
yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
So everybody would do something different.
Right. And you thought you'd come out and just be like, dude, we're good.
I don't know. I have no, honestly, I was like, okay.
So when did you leave? So you stopped judging how many years ago? And why? Didn't you love it?
I did. I really did enjoy. In fact, you know what? I gotta owe it to Jerry Glover and Jimbo. Remember Jimbo?
Yeah, I do remember Jimbo. I do remember him.
They were like, you need to judge. You need to judge. I'm like, what am I going to judge? I don't even know what to judge. So Jerry, God bless Jerry.
Yeah.
I don't think you know this about me, but back in the day, I was a dancer.
Of course I know. Oh my God. Like, why wouldn't I know that? Why wouldn't I know that? I thought you were going to say something really profound. Like I was an engineer or something. You know?
Yeah.
I was an astronaut.
So
I mean, Rick, are you surprised that he just said dancer?
I was thinking like Secret Love Child.
I got my card in movement. And then Jimbo was like, Tommy, you've written how many shows? You need to judge general effect. Okay. So I had no, honestly, I had no clue.
Yeah, but now you're going into the weeds. You're going into the weeds.
Judging and getting my card in to judge general effect, which was like the big thing. And then
I don't know what this means either, Rick. Don't worry about it.
And then it went to equipment. Like, and that's just I don't know that's how it happened.
Well, you did it only for 4 years. Why did you go? I'm only moving us off that because you're going down the weeds that nobody who's not involved in judging, even I don't know what you're talking about.
I just
you were tired?
Yeah.
Here's what I asked Jerry. I want you to answer this question. Why? I'm surprised that I'm here in Hollywood and I don't run into anyone who is in color guard, drum corps, drill team, like in the way that we were. That's not to say that people haven't done it in high school or whatever, but this is, at least it used to be, a very different situation. This is very professional, different. Like these people were on tour, rehearsing 8 hours a day. It was a livelihood. So my question is, and I want to see how you answer it, how come no one ever told people in Color Guard and Drum Corps, go to Hollywood, go be a performer, go try acting, go be a dancer, go. There's so much talent in that world. I'm serious. So what's your answer? Don't you wish somebody had told you that when you were younger?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. But you agree with me. There's so much talent.
I agree
there.
with you 100%. I think, and let's talk about where we come from,
Okay.
and let's talk about the activity as it is.
Okay. Well, why don't you start with where we come from so people understand
Why
what that means?
would I'm going to start with where we come from.
Okay.
I have one word.
What, poverty? What? I don't know.
No. Selfishness.
Oh, why are you using that word?
Because why do you think that somebody would want someone who is as talented as you are to move on when they can keep you? We're from Massachusetts. There's a reason why they call us massholes.
Okay. Okay, I was going a different way. I told Jerry, because he's still teaching and he's still judging, right? And I said to him, if you see anyone who is even a little bit talented and wants just a little piece of being on stage, tell me. I will help them however I can, because I cannot believe no one ever said to me, and look, I was going through whatever I was going through as a kid. So I was just barely holding on. So I'm grateful for what I got. But I wish somebody had just said, take all that drive and passion and joy and go do a stage play, go do a movie, figure it out. And
But you
I
have.
think there should be that. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like the struggle is real when you don't have any connections or networks in this town. But I'm just saying, I'm here now.
Here's the difference, okay?
I can't believe you said selfish. You think Massachusetts people are just I think they didn't know. I think they didn't know. Really?
Absolutely. You live in California, okay? If you're ever going to make it anywhere, it's going to be in California. Massachusetts people, you know how we are. You grew up here.
No,
We're
I know.
very liberal. We're very, on track.
Yeah. And performing, and I mean, at least when I was growing up, performing wasn't an okay thing. Like me dancing,
right,
on the street or at the Commons or, at the VFW or wherever I was doing on my dancing.
Right.
That was kind of like, okay, good. She's not doing drugs, but it wasn't like revered. It wasn't like,
taken
she's
seriously.
so talented. No, right. It wasn't taken
Rick
seriously.
Is right. Yeah. It wasn't taken seriously.
Yeah. Okay.
You could be and when I say, and I'm being completely honest, Carmen, Sami, I don't want to offend you.
Why?
When I say she is talented, she
is
talented.
Yeah, you're so sweet.
Like, and the sad part about it is Massachusetts is such a liberal state that you can be so talented, but if you're not over the top, which she is, and somebody doesn't recognize you, that's the problem.
Well, it is
that's
the network.
The problem.
Right. That is the network.
That's the network. Yeah. You can be over the top like Carmen is. And if somebody doesn't recognize you,
it's true.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, but still, I still think, I'm just saying we could change that now. I think there's so much talent in that pool of people. I mean, there's a lot of shit performers too. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like
so
people.
Let's talk about this for a minute. Okay.
Hi, Rick.
So you march in Blessed Sacrament.
Wait, say that again. What?
You march in Blessed Sacrament. You were in the rifle. The same year that I competed against you and Karen Kelly and who else?
I don't know. I don't really keep in touch with everybody there.
Yeah, but whatever.
Aggie, Luby,
Aggie and Marianne. Okay. We're all friends. We're all good friends. To this day, we're all still good friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Lifelong friendship. Yeah.
When lose, or draw. It doesn't matter.
Right.
There's nothing about who's better than, you know what?
Right.
No, we're all the same people. Why? Because
Right.
we grew up in Massachusetts.
Right. I mean, that is the good part about Massachusetts. Rick, you were born and raised in Connecticut?
Yeah, same city that I'm in right now, Danbury.
Do
Oh
you
my
have those same
God.
connections?
You're a hop, skipping, a jumping away.
Yeah.
From
What?
Tommy. You can go hang out with Tommy.
I'll go to Six Flags. That's where I like to go to Massachusetts.
So,
You know what, though? I will say
No.
this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about this activity. And Rick, I hope this, I hope you're being enlightened.
what do you mean?
We would not be having this conversation tonight
Mhm.
if not for this lovely lady who I've known since she was a teenager. And
True.
I was a
So funny.
teenager.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she and I can go down memory lane, and you can sit there and be like, okay. I don't get this, but okay.
It's okay.
And
It's okay.
and it only makes this friendship grow stronger.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to come back on too, because you have to, so we can move on from the color guard drum and we can talk about you. So, what are you doing now? Let's talk a little bit about. Okay, no. Where do you live now? Because you take these beautiful pictures, I assume from your backyard or something of the
Yeah,
sunset.
well, okay, I'll tell you the truth. I was married.
Do I know who you were married to?
No.
No. Okay.
I was with somebody for 25 years.
Oh, it's a long time.
Yeah,
That's a
we
long
were
time.
married for 10 years, but he couldn't keep his pee-pee where it should be.
Okay. Wait a minute. Not color guard drum corps person?
No.
Oh, all right.
I would be better off if it was color guard drum corps.
Well, I'm surprised it wasn't. So, okay. So you got divorced.
Yeah.
Ugh,
8
sorry.
years now.
Yeah, sorry.
Rick is divorced and I'm divorced too. So
Yeah, we're all a big club here.
Yeah,
you know what? It is what it is. It's not
Exactly.
a big thing. You move on.
Yeah, life goes on.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't wish him any ill harm. Carmen,
same.
I'm not that person.
You're not that person. Yeah. You're a nice guy.
Yeah. No, I'm not that person. Good luck. I'm
Right.
glad you're happy. He's with somebody else, and I'm glad that they're happy together, and that's great. I choose to be single.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you know, I'm very close to my family. Always
Yes.
was.
That I do know. Yeah.
Always was close to my family.
Right.
Always will be close to my family.
Right.
So you're live in a little cottage in Middleborough.
Really? Oh my God.
I'm right on the water.
On the lake, right? Yeah, you're right there.
I'm literally 3 steps from the water.
Me too.
Wow.
I'm 2 blocks from the beach.
And isn't it wonderful?
It's lovely.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yes.
You know,
you about the water.
You can go there, you can put your feet in, you can be.
I walk by. I don't put my feet in.
Oh,
I'm just a few rooms from the bathtub.
Look at Rick. I'm just a few rooms from the bathtub.
I'm not gonna lie. People call me on occasion. They're like, "Well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What should I do with this? What should I?" They send me videos of their color guard shows,
And you miss it.
And I'm like, okay, well, maybe you should move the flag line to the left.
Right.
Open it up. You're
That's
asking my opinion, and that's what I do. I work full time.
So you're consulting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but a lot of that.
I'm thinking about retiring.
Okay, you're not that old. Like,
how old do you think I am?
Or
Oh,
wait.
doggy.
Oh, who is the doggy?
Oh, this is my baby Tank.
Tank?
Tank.
Hey, Tank.
Hi, Baba. Okay, be gentle. Gentle.
He's like, I think we need attention. You're
Oh,
on
he's
this
such
camera
a
too
baby.
long. Wait, Tank as in Tank?
Yes.
That's a great name. I love it.
Well,
So-
you know why he's called Tank?
Because he looks like a tank.
To scare people?
Well, first of all, he's a pit bull.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I
No,
know.
but if I put water in his bowl, he's going to drink it all.
Oh, okay. I know nothing about dogs, but he's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And he's my color. I'm just going to throw that out there. I love dogs that are that cinnamon brown color.
He's a good boy.
Canela, maybe.
Canela, right. So wait, so you're going to retire and do what?
I don't know. I don't want to retire. I love my job.
So then why do you think you want to retire? I'm confusion. Confusion.
You know, Jerry and I talk about this at least once a week.
Really, about retiring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, Tom. I'm like, Jerry, I've known you since I was 12. Stop calling me Tom. Tom is my father.
Oh, wait. So you like being called Tommy Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I always call you Tommy Lee. And it's always Tommy Lee.
I mean, you know, I've gotten more places by just my name alone.
That's so funny.
I'm not going to lie to you. I got a free pizza one time because
people thought it was Tommy Lee. That's horrible. That's horrible.
I'm not lying. I'm not
No,
lying.
I totally get
they
that.
They came to the door and they're like, is it really Tommy Lee?
Yep, really is.
My friend was like, yeah, well, can we come to the door? No, he's not going to come to the door, but he'll sign off.
He'll sign off on the credit card. That's so wrong.
So I did.
Right. That's terrible, but that's okay. That's okay. I like that because you're not actually lying. You know what I mean?
He was the first.
I'm not lying.
He was here first.
That's so funny. Yeah, I guess you know what? I think as I get older too, I'm more confused as to the age difference because there are certain people, like my 7th grade teacher, Alice. I mean, she's not, she's like you and Jerry's age, I guess. But before, I thought, like when I was 11, she was so old. I think she was like 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's so old or whatever. But yeah, I still stay in touch with her and I stay in touch with everybody,
awesome.
Yeah, Alice, she's cool. So I feel bad. So Rick, I love that you are always here and hang out and you don't mind that we go down this memory lane thing, but we kind of had to do it. Because
Rick, I'm kind of sorry. No. Sorry. I am sorry.
But Tommy, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't understand this whole emotional thing that was coming from you. I had to ask Jerry why you wanted to even come on the show. Like, I know who you are. We've been friends forever. You know what I mean? But I was like, I don't understand. And Jerry was like,
I can tell you. I wanted to connect with my friend.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I know. No, I love that you did that. Thank you.
I think you're an amazing person. I always thought you were an amazing person.
Well, I will say this. Thank you for reading my book and telling me everything you thought of it. That was sweet. You remember you did that, right? You put that in that whole FB message and you text me too. Because that made me cry.
Aww.
And I appreciate you. I'm not trying to, Rick, I'm just going to say it to you because if I say it to Tommy, I'll be crying, whatever. I always say I was a great dancer. I will never not admit that. I was a great performer. I loved that. I wanted to do that or whatever, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that was from my point of view. But I always say, and this is true, Tommy, I was horrible technically. Technically, you could not put me in a line with other people and I would be exactly the same. I really believe that's true. Do you?
I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, we're not going to fight on it. But anyways, but
And
I,
here is why I'm going to disagree with you.
okay.
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 So I saw you perform with Blessed Sacrament,
Yeah.
and you were in a line
Yes.
with the rifle line,
Yes.
and you were technically perfect as everybody else was.
You
You
can.
would not be where you are today if you were not
Okay. All right. I'm not
that
going to
perfect.
argue with you.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
I feel like I'm about to get yelled at when I was just given so much love.
Let me put it to you this way. You know when the rifle line comes up and the rifle line does their feature?
And where? In SAC and Glamorous Life or
Yeah,
ever?
Glamorous Life, whatever.
Yeah.
You do your rifle feature up there, right? You're
Yeah.
up front.
Yeah.
Rifle line is doing their feature.
Mm-hmm.
There's always one person that stands out.
But that's my point. Sometimes I'm not supposed to stand out.
Yeah,
That's exactly my point.
but you can't help. You stand out for a reason because you're that good.
Okay, I didn't want to go back there. So I'm just saying, let's talk on the phone. Let's stay in touch. I mean, I want you to come back on the show with the group.
Yes.
I know you want to hang out with the group, and you feel comfortable now with Rick, even though Rick,
I do. And you know what?
Okay.
Thank you very much for doing this because believe it or not, I'm okay. You're going to laugh when I say this, but I'm very shy.
I know you are, but that's what most great performers, that's the irony. Most great performers are really shy. And I told Rick he wants to be on the show, but I think, what did I say to you, Rick? I said, I think he's a little shy or a little nervous about coming on. So I told him he can come on if he wants to, but he doesn't have to. I already knew where you were going with this. I knew what was happening.
I am really that person. And I thank you very much, both of you, Rick, Carmen.
Yeah. You're going to come on next week, right? Look at Brian. Look at Brian. Brian is my nemesis, and he's saying I'm shy too. He's like, Carmen is shy too.
Yeah,
I'm going to try this. Laura, thank you for being here. It's like you just like blew my mind. Like,
you just blew her mind because she had a crush on you, and we talked about it for like an hour. So you guys are gonna have to talk or something, get that out of your system. You know what I mean? So, I mean, she's happily married now too. I'm just saying, it was just very funny because I said to her, "You do know that you're not his type, right?" You know what I mean? Like she was like, "Don't matter, he was fine."
You know what? I remember her and.
She was my best buddy. She was my best friend when we were in Color Guard in St. Teresa's. Laura was right next to me. Her mom and dad were the people that were who helped take me in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Laura's badass. She was awesome.
Laura's badass. She was always a good person. She is a good person.
She is a good person. She is a really good person.
I
love talking to you today.
I am like, what's the word? Heartwarmed to have this conversation with you guys. You, Rick, Laura, like we went down memory lane. I can go to bed tonight and be like, well, that's what this whole thing's about. It's all about the joy, man. I'm not trying to be cheesy, but it really is. That's why I created the show. But I want you, let's have a phone call this weekend, or we can even do this, but without being live. It's like a Zoom call, but we can just kind of catch up, and then we'll have you on the show with the group. That'll be fun. But you can't talk about Color Guard on the group show because they'll be bored out of their mind because none of them want to hear how great I am because they all know me from this side of the pond. And when I say she's great, she's great. And let me say this before we sign off.
Okay.
Carmen.
Yes.
It is so good to see you, my friend.
Oh, thank you. It's so good.
I have not seen you since we were teenagers.
I know.
And you are just as lovely now as you were back then. And I have never forgotten you. And I think you're an amazing lady. And yes,
Thank you.
you are a lady.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you.
Bye, Tony. All right, we'll be in touch this weekend.
Yes.
Bye. Bye. I'm gonna start. Oh, I didn't mean to cut him off, but he's gonna make me cry. Oh my God, he's gonna make me cry. All right, we're gonna sign off because
I was enjoying the Massachusetts accent, and I was like, I'm waiting to see if Carmen reverts back to it, but you didn't do it.
No, but when I was back home for the funeral, it was like a day, and
Yeah,
I was all in it. Like they were all like, "Oh, finally, your accent came back." You know what I mean? So, but okay, everyone, thank you so much. Thank
Late
you
night
for allowing us to go down memory lane, and thank you for staying and listening. And it really is all about the joy. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Oh no, we won't. It's Thanksgiving. Next
Happy
week.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We won't see you next week, but we'll see you the week after for sure. So have a great one.
See ya.
Thanks for stopping by All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.